Watch this video to find out how to write this great game in only a few minutes. Hello, finish. Okay, let's start to code a game using ChatGPT, Python, and Visual Studio Code. First, let's download the Python coding language. Open your browser, go to Python, or search for Python, python.org, download Python. Download Python. My version here is 3.12.6. Save it and run it. When you run it, make sure you tick the box that says add Python to path. Once you've got that, we now need an IDE or integrated development environment. Search for VS Code, which is the one I use, but there are others. Download, and download that for whatever environment you've got. Okay, once you've installed that, we need to configure where we're going to code. Next, we need to set up an environment to save our code in. So let's make a folder. I'll just make it here. New folder, B game. There we are. Easy peasy. Let's open Visual Studio Code, which we just installed. Gives you a nice, might give you a welcome screen. We don't need any of that. Here's some I did earlier. I'll close those. And away we go. So file, new file, Python file. And we're going to save that as file, save as, put it in our new folder. Oh, where are you? Desktop, B game. There we are. And we'll call it, whoops, B game 1. There we are, B game 1 pi. Obviously, we've got nothing in here now. Now we've installed Visual Studio Code, let's open our friend ChatGPT. And there it is. What a fantastic thing this is. I like to have the windows side by side. So drag that one over there, put that one over there. Lovely. And we're ready to go. So let's ask ChatGPT to make us a game. So I'll type, I want to make a game using Python. There it is. That's awesome. Python is a great choice. And on it goes. And it suggests a few games you could use. But I want to use our own. So let's just tell tell the AI that I want to make a B game. I want a game where a bee flies around catching flowers. Okay, that's okay. What are you going to say, chat? Might. It's coming up now. Great idea. It says it's a great idea. Flowers, score, obstacles, look great. Okay. And it gives us now some code. It's still writing the code. You have to make sure if it finishes before you do anything else. And once it's done all that, which I won't bother explaining, but it's fairly simple if you want to get into learning Pi. Come on. Whoa. There we are. It tells us a bit about it. Moves left and right on arrow keys. Flowers fall from the top. B catches it. Anyway, it's written all that code. We'll copy that, go back to our Visual Studio Code and paste it. Bump. That's it. If I go to run it now, it's not going to work because it's looking in the wrong folder. It's looking in my folder down here. If I go to run it, run in interactive window, it will do this. Over a bit. I go input Pygame, and it'll say, whoa, what? Oh, hang on, it does work. Look at that. Who'd have thought? Okay, it's pretty rubbish. I have to move the thing with the mouse, but it does work. Let's stop that then. Folder to save all our code. So let's do that. It'll make it easier in the end. Go to the folder that you're saving your games in, which isn't that one. It's this one, the B game folder. Click on the location here. Right click to copy it. Go to your terminal window in Visual Studio Code and go CD, which is change directory, and paste that in. Okay, now we're in the right folder. Away we go. What's next? Let's look at the code and see how far we've got now. Run in interactive window, dump. And there it is. That's right. It's a pretty rubbishy game, isn't it? Let's have a look. Let's close that and move on to the next stage. Now then, I don't like those images, so let's tidy the game up a bit first. We go to our B game folder. We need a picture of a bee, a flower, and some background. I won't bore you with that, but basically, I've already got some I used earlier. I'll paste them in. I've got a flower, I've got a background, I've got a bee. The background doesn't really matter. Let's have a look, show you what they look like. Yeah, so there's my background. That's a fairly big image. There's my bee and there's my flower. But these need to be the right size. See, the dimensions is 100 and the bee dimension is 100. The background file is 612. I don't think it really matters, but that's enough. So make sure you put those in the same folder as your Python script. Let's add those now. So we use those instead. So we go back to ChatGPT and say use a b.png for the bee, a flower.png for the flower, and background.jpg for the background. I've even got a typo in there, but you know what? ChatGPT doesn't care. It just doesn't care. Off we go. Using images for the game elements enhance the visual appearance. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Off it goes. Again, you've got to make sure it finishes writing the code. As the game gets more complex, this takes longer and longer and longer to generate. But there are ways around doing that, which I won't bore you with now. There we go. It's got some comments here. Flower falling. Check if it goes off the screen. Check collision. See? Display score. Oh, it's even got a score for us. Load images. There we are. And it's done it, it says. I got the images just by Googling them. Just have a Google, find some. Make sure the bee and the flower are only 100 wide though, 100 pixels wide. Oh, it's done it. There we are. Didn't take long. Copy code. Go back to here now, our Visual Studio Code. Go Control A to select everything and delete it. And then go Control V to paste in the new code. Let's see what that looks like. Run in interactive window. Go on, oh, there we are. Bump. Oh, and there it is. That's a lot better, isn't it? Look at that. Where's my bee? Oh, there he is. My bee's down here. A bit small, really, isn't he? But you see, you eat the flowers and the score goes up. Still a pretty boring game, though. Okay, let's razz it up a bit. What should we do? The bee move with the mouse instead of arrow keys. That'll help. Let's ask the AI again. Make the bee move with the mouse. Oops, not mouse. It can go up and down as well as along. Simple. Oh, I've spelt it wrong. There. Oh, come on then. Oh, along. And click that button. Off we go. Make the bee move with the mouse. You need to capture the mouse position and move the bee accordingly. Pygame has built-in functions. Blah 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 blah. But again, there it is, doing all the hard work for us. Shall I make a cup of tea? I don't know. Let's see what it does. It's still, you see, it's still writing. You've got to remember to let it finish. Oh. After, when it gets really long, it stops halfway and says, "Do you want me to do the rest?" But by then, you'll have figured out enough to fiddle with it yourself. Display the score, update the display, control the clock. Oh, there we are. It's done it. Ooh. So as before, all we do is, oh, nice B size over 2. Oh, look at that. I wonder what all this means. Next steps, it gives you suggestions what to do next. Let's see what it looks like so far, shall we? Copy code into here. Again, select all and delete it. Control V and off we go. Run in interactive window. Bump. Oh, there we are. It's moving, look. The score's going up. That's great. Score's going up. There we go. Job done. Still a bit small, isn't it? Yeah, let's make the screen a bit bigger. Yeah, we can't do the screen. Okay, let's make the screen a bit bigger and let's have some more flowers. A little bit more. Click this button here and that'll close it off. The flag shows we've got code we haven't saved yet, so let's do a save. You can do Control S or you can go File, Save. There we are, and it's got rid of this little flag telling us we had changes. I don't really need all the exception stuff. We'll worry about that later. There, we can see the code a bit better now, can't we? So what we're going to do, that's right, let's make the screen bigger. Make in size 1024 wide, that'll do. What else do we need to do? Oh, and add more flowers. That'll do. Make the screen size. Oh, we've got to click that button instead of enter. There we are. You can put a lot of instructions in there to save you generating more than once. But I'm doing it in simple steps so you can keep up with me. Ah, there we are. To modify the game, blah, blah, blah. Add more flowers, set the screen width. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. If you hunted in your code, see it says here, screen height 1024. If you go to our other code over here, while that's generating, it says here the screen height 600, 800. So we could have just edited that. But I'm letting GPT do all the work so you can see how to do it. Has it finished yet? Oh, no, it's still chugging away. After a while, if you look at these, you've got little statements here, these green stuff, that's REM statements, so you can edit those if you need to. Game loop. See, it tells you loads of stuff in there. Really good. This would take, I don't know, maybe a week to write if you're doing it by hand. How long have we been now? 10 minutes? Oh, there, it's finished already. Finished already. Where are we? Where's the code? There we are. Go up here. It's giving us little snippets if we just want to edit these snippets. Or we can do the whole thing. I don't think you're ready for that yet. We'll just copy the code again. Go over here, select all, delete, Control B again to paste it in. And you see there's changes there. Right click, interactive window, bump, off we go. Oh, that's better, look. That's better, look, loads more flowers. Oh, and you can't really hear anything when you hit them, can you? That's a bit rubbish. That's a bit rubbish. But hey, it's working, isn't it? We seem to score's a lot higher now. Screen's bigger. Okay. Let's stop that. I think the next stage is to have some sound. So, once again, I do have some I prepared earlier, which is a bit of a cheat. Let me go and get them, and we'll add those to the game. Right then, let's down a few sounds. You can get them anywhere, but I use this site, Free Sound. I've used it for this one. They don't pay me or anything. They're just easy to find sounds. So I can download a beep. What we got here? There's a good one. Oh, I don't like that one. That's quite good, but I don't like it for this game. Okay, well, I won't mess around. I have actually downloaded some earlier. So I'll paste these in here. There we are. We've got background music, dope, gulp, and game over. Let's see then. Now we can add these to our game. Where are we now? I've forgotten. Play the window, bump. There, we've got no sounds, but it's all working. Okay. So let's say to ChatGPT, play what's it called? What play gulp dot. What was it, an MP3 or what was it now? There. Play gulp.mp3, mp3 when the bee eats flower. Play dope.wav when the flower hits the floor. Okay, see what that does. And there we are. Whoa. What's it doing? Is it doing anything? Hey, here's how you can modify your code to play Gulp MP3. And off we go. So it'll give us a little snippet to put in, but as you're learning, we won't edit the code. We'll just let GPT do everything for us. See, it's doing this, chug. It'll say somewhere about the sound. Oh, there we go. There's Gulp MP3. There's Doe Wave. I'll do it all for us, look. Oh, the bees are smaller. What is that? Why is the bee smaller? Yeah. Flower, that's big. Yeah, bee size. So while that's generating that, I'll close this down. We'll go into here. What we'll do, let's tell you what, we'll save this as file. Save as. This time, in the same place, we call it bgame2. So we can always go back to bgame1 if we mess up. It's a good idea to do this. It's called version control. It's a very basic version control. There's much cleverer ways of doing it. But again, see if you save bgame1, bgame2, bgame3, you can always go back. And you can always go to ChatGPT and say, this is my code now, and put that code in. So you won't get lost. See, it's taking longer and longer to generate now. But we should be there soon. There, look, come on, bee, come on. Play Gulp MP3 when the bee catches a flower. These here, with a hash in front of them and a wing green on the other window, that's REM statements, short for REM for remember. So you can remember what each line's doing. It's good practice when you're writing code to add REM statements. So when you look at it later, you can go, oh, that's what that did now. I remember that. And here we go. Has it done it? I think it might have done it. Yeah, it's done a lot. Okay, so we'll copy that. As usual, go over here, select all, delete, and paste it. Let's see if it works, eh? There. Uh-oh, is it? There you go. And do we get any noises? Great. Brilliant. Right, okay. We're doing good. Let's see what shall we do next. Well, I think you've got the idea of how you do this now. There is more enhancements you can add. It'll even suggest it. Let's see. How can I enhance the game? Let's see what it says. So you don't even really have to think about what we're going to do. Add difficulty. That's a good idea. Increase the speed as time passes. When the score drops on, lose some lives. Power-ups. Oh, that's a good one. Combo bonus system. Oh, there's loads of suggestions here, isn't there? So, as you can see, choose one that you want, get it to regenerate the code, put it back in, and away you go. Now then, I think I've shown you enough, but I'll show you what I've done carrying on for another half an hour in a program I did earlier. I hope this explains everything to you. Have a go. Make any game you like. Why not send it me? I will make a little video. I'd like to see what other people do. I'll be teaching other things soon. Probably a bit more complex than this. But for now, as an early starter, why not give it a go and make your own game? Now, as a final thing of how far you can go, I'll show you what happened after I messed around with another half an hour. Let's have a look. If I open my recent one, which is number 15, I got to. Let's see what that does when I run that. There we go. I'll put the music on. I've got a countdown to start. Flowers are bigger. I've got a button to turn the music on and off. It's annoying. Score goes up. The high score's at the top. And when you die, it shows you that. Simple little game. Good luck.